Season here at home, but yesterday Hunter Green was in town, and you got a kind of a whirlwind tour of everything, right?
Yeah, and listen, we've, before the draft, you read the Sports Illustrated article, you'd probably seen interviews with him, you saw interviews at the draft, and you go, wow, this kid is really polished, he's really mature. It's exactly what we saw yesterday. Green, in his first real stop in Cincinnati when he had time to look around, went to the Urban Youth Academy. He went to the Reds Hall of Fame. He also came here to the ballpark, met a few of the Reds players, talked to Brian Price, and also saw some fans on the field, and he's as advertised, Pick. He just turned 18 years old, but very mature and already gaining things from his pro experience that started a few weeks ago in Billings, Montana.
Oh man, there's so much that I've learned in such a short amount of time. On the field, just playing the same game and trusting my abilities on the field, and trusting the defense behind me and the guys that are in the lineup, and understanding that it's different, that I'm with pro guys, and they understand and they appreciate their careers, and they're looking to get to the next level and make it to the big league, so they really care. And to be able to have a strong defense behind me and guys that are able to contribute to the team at home plate it's special. Everybody throughout the whole lineup is able to contribute and bring some type of mental or physical ability to the field and help me out is very special. And then off the field, and just continuing to be a good person and being a good big brother and big sister, big brother to my sister and my brother, and a good kid to my parents, and understanding that I'm here for a reason, and the Reds selected me for a reason, and at this position, and understanding that I gotta just be the same person and have a lot of fun with it, and be a franchise player.
You hadn't pitched since April in a game.
Right.
So what were those 3 outings in Billings like, just to get back in a competitive situation, just to get back on the mound? What'd you gain from that?
Yeah, it was hard, but at the same time, I was able to go in smoothly just because of my preparation that I went through, in Billings, and having the right coaches and the right people to help me throughout that process and to get me ready was the biggest thing. I wanted to make sure that I was 100% when I got on the mound, and I was going to compete at my best. So that was great, and to just have a process like that where I'm able to trust everybody and understand that they know what they're doing and they've been in the situation.
At the draft, you guys, the Reds, your family, you kind of left the door open for what you would do, pitching or playing a position in the field and continuing to hit the way you have. What allowed you to kind of resolve that as quickly as you did in terms of what your future is on the field?
Well, I'm still going to hit, which is awesome. I got picked by NL team, and I'm excited for that. So throughout my minor league career and then making it to the big leagues, I'll be able to hit, which is great, and not just contribute on the mound, but at the plate as well. But I've always loved playing both pitching and playing shortstop, and just staying athletic like that. I think it's helped me a lot on the mound, playing shortstop and having quick footwork and being explosive. But I think the Reds drafted me as a pitcher, and understanding that's my fast track, and that's something that I love to do, and understanding that there's a lot of games being played, 162 games, and next year in Dayton or Daytona or wherever I'm being sent, I think it's 140 games. So understand that it's hard to play shortstop and pitch and hit and do all that stuff, and to focus on one thing. And I think it's the difference of being good or great. I want to be great, so I think focusing on one piece, which is pitching, will help me out.
You just turned 18, and so reasonably, it's reasonable to expect that this is going to be a little bit of a process for you to get to the level that you expect to get to. Are you comfortable with the pace of things and how it might play out in terms of your development in reaching this level?
Definitely. I got to trust, the people that drafted me, and trust the Reds and the front office and their moves that they want to do with me, and just take it all in and enjoy it, and work out and get better every year. I think that's something that I've focused on the most, is not being the same baseball player every year, and always getting better each year at something, and I think that's important to have the improvement, for that. So I'm excited.
Because you're such a high pick, and because the expectations are there, when you get to see the ballpark, the uniform, and those things, what type of motivation do you gain from whatever exposure you have to the big league club?
It's a lot. I mean, having, all the great fans here, having the history, the Cincinnati Reds and the Big Red Machine, and having all the great players come through, and being able to meet them, and, shortly I'm going to be able to meet a lot of the players and talk to the coaches, and I'm just excited for it, because it's close. You know, it really is. And even though it's a long process, and you know, you got to go through the minor leagues, and to prove yourself that you're good enough to play at this level, it's close, and I'm excited.
Finally, you mentioned Barry Larkin, Eric Davis, some of those guys you've talked to. Any nugget or bit of wisdom that's already come in those brief conversations from those guys that stuck with you, that you went, yeah, I'm glad he told me that?
I would say just trusting myself, you know, trusting that, like I said, I was picked for a reason, and that they have a vision for me, and I have to, you know, understand that, you know, this is a game that I love, and to go out and compete and enjoy every single part of it, and to, you know, bring a lot of life, you know, into the Cincinnati culture again, and help the Reds out, and I'm excited for that.
All right, so yeah, there you go. It's impressive, and they drafted him because he's impressive as a player. But again, you have to remember, he keeps talking about the process. You think about his age, you think about the position, starting pitcher. It's going to take a little bit of time, but the Reds hope, as he said, that he's on a fast track. And since they got him so young, you know, that could be a young age when he finally does get here.
Yeah, we've talked about this ad nauseum, franchise type stuff. And can it translate to the major league level? We'll see over the next couple of years. All right, that brings us to our warm-up pitch today, and that has to deal with the Instructional League.